Hello and welcome. The PMP exam is changing 1st of July this year. In today's video, we are going to talk about what the new changes of the PMP exam are and how will you prepare for the new format of the PMP exam. Keep watching till the end so that you do not miss out on any of the valuable information about the new format of the PMP exam that I am going to provide today in this video. Hi. I am Ray and I am a PMP certified project manager. The tips and strategies which I share in this channel are exactly the same ones which were used by me to pass my PMP exam in the first attempt. So before we move ahead, make sure you subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update. I do not want you to miss on any of the updated and relevant content which I bring to you through this channel. Okay, so let's start. First thing, why the PMP exam is changing? The PMP exam is changing because our jobs as project managers have evolved. Over the last 3 to 5 years, the best practices of project management have improved to include methodologies like agile, hybrid, and predictive techniques. Today's project management focuses on people with the same importance as systems or frameworks. In the end, it is the people or human beings who drive projects with the help of systems and frameworks, not the other way around. PMI conducts a study every 3 to 5 years to include the best practices of project management in the curriculum. That way, the exam remains updated and relevant to the skill set that the industry values. The last study like this was conducted in 2015, and the current exam format which you see now is based on that. So with this new exam format, PMP shifts the gears towards more of a leadership-driven project management rather than a systems-driven project management. Next, when is the PMP exam changing? The new exam format is planned to be rolled out with effect from 1st of July this year, which means the last day you can write the exam in its current format is 30th of June. Now, PMI has come up with a pilot exam window for the new format between 9th to 20th of March this year. Now this pilot format allows you to take the exam in its new format before 1st of July. The positives of the pilot exam are, as you can see, you are allowed one free retake if you do not pass the exam in first attempt. So that way your money is covered, that if you are not able to pass in first attempt, you are allowed one free retake. Keep in mind that it is only one retake you are allowed for free. Now, if you want another retake, you have to pay for the exam fee. The second pro, as you can see, is there is a rebate of 20% on the standard PMP exam fee of $405 US. Okay. Now, if you're a PMI member, the normal PMP exam fee is 405 USD. Now, if you want to take the exam in its new format in the pilot window, you get a rebate of 20% on that. If you talk of the negatives, the results of this pilot exam will be out very late. So it will come out somewhere around May. Now that gives you a very limited time to retake the exam in the current format if you fail, provided that only the June month is remaining for you to book the exam. New PMP pilot exam has only 600 slots available for booking. So if you are planning to write the exam in its new format in the pilot window, go ahead and book your slot now. My recommendation will be try your best to take the exam in the current format before 30th of June, because there is a lot of literature and a lot of learnings already available in the market regarding the current exam format. So your chances of passing the exam in the current exam format is much higher than in the new exam format. So keep all these pros and cons in mind while booking the exam date. Okay. I have added some FAQ links in the description below to help you understand more about the pilot exam. Make sure you go through those links as well. Now moving ahead, let us talk what are the differences between the current format of the PMP exam and the new format of the PMP exam. To start with, there are two terms which you will see in the current format of the PMP exam called domains and tasks. Now, domains are high-level knowledge areas required for project management practice. For example, we can take people as one of the domains. Tasks are responsibilities of project manager in each domain. Now, if we talk of people as a domain, one of the tasks for the people domain is managing conflict. In the new format of the PMP exam, there is one new term called enablers which has been introduced. Enablers are being talked as illustrative examples of work that is associated with the tasks. So if we talk of managing conflict as a tasks, the enablers for managing conflict are interpreting the source and stages of conflict, analyzing the context for the conflict, or recommending appropriate conflict resolution and solutions. So you need to understand the term enablers in the context of the new format of the PMP exam very thoroughly and link the enablers to all the tasks against each of the new domains of the PMP exam. Which brings us to the three important domains which has come up with the new format of the PMP exam: process, people, and business environment. Now, if you see one of the stark differences between the domains of the current format and the new format, you will see that the current format was based on 5 domains starting from initiating to closing, and the new format is based on the 3 domains of process, people, and business environment. If you talk about the tasks, the current format has 42 tasks, but the new format will be having 35 tasks. Now, don't think that since the number of tasks are reducing, the PMP exam is going simpler. This is primarily because now the tasks come with some new items called enablers, which has been introduced by the PMI. Finally, the last row talks about the proportion of questions you can expect across each of the domains of the PMP exam for the current format as well as the new format. Next thing, the important resources for preparing for the new format of the PMP exam. The PMBOK remains the most important resource for your PMP exam. It is the code of project management by PMI, so it remains the backbone of the PMP exam even in its new format. Moving on, the Agile Practice Guide will be a very important resource as well. You get the PMBOK 6th edition and the Agile Practice Guide for free once you register for the PMP exam as a PMI member. I recommend that you read the Agile Practice Guide very thoroughly along with the PMBOK, since we saw earlier that the new format of the PMP exam will focus on concepts like hybrid, agile, and predictive project management techniques. Next, there will be the textbooks of Rita and PMP Head First, which still remains relevant to the PMP exam syllabus in the new format. So grab a copy of any of these and read them cover to cover at least once before the exam. There are other books suggested by the PMI as well, as you can see on the screen, which has come up with the new format of the PMP exam. I will provide you a link in the description from where you can access the full list of these books. These are PMI recommended books as per the new format, so it would be a good idea to pick some of these from the full list as per your need and preparation level. Last but not the least, you have me and my channel PMP with Ray to help you with your preparation if you are writing the PMP exam in its new format. I will make sure that I upload high quality videos related to the new topics of the PMP exam in the coming months. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and keep a close watch on the notifications as well. Now, another important question, whether the new format is more difficult than the current format of the PMP exam. The answer is unfortunately yes. You see, the first reason why the new format of the PMP exam is difficult because there is no lessons learned that exist for the new format. It is a completely new territory as of now, and even the PMI registered education providers are trying to build content regarding the new topics which has come up with the new format of the PMP exam. The second thing which makes the new format of the PMP exam a bit difficult from the current format is its disproportionate focus on the technologies of agile, hybrid, and predictive project management. Now, if you see, the PMP exam consists of 100 questions, and with the new format, you see that there is an equal weightage given to the predictive project management techniques as well as the agile and hybrid project management techniques. Now, this is not the case with the current format of the PMP exam because as of today, PMP exam mostly focuses on the predictive project management technique, or what we often call as the waterfall project management technique, which starts from initiation, moves on to planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and then closing. Now, if you see with this new format, only 50% of the questions will be based on the predictive project management techniques, but the rest 50% of the questions will be based on the techniques of agile and hybrid, which are tested at a very rudimentary level in the current format of the PMP exam. The next thing which makes the new format even more challenging is the focus on the leadership-driven project management rather than the systems-driven project management. So PMP now will focus more on the leadership behaviors of the project manager, such as managing conflicts or demonstrating servant leadership or providing rewards and recognition to energize the team, or finally maybe understanding the emotional needs of stakeholder during stakeholder management. So these things were not currently tested in the PMP exam. With the new format, skills like using MS Project or doing a cost estimate will become less important because these are more of a systemic skills rather than a leadership skill. So the last item which I feel makes the new format of the PMP exam a bit more challenging is the limited availability of the study materials as per the new domains. So if you see the three new domains of business environment, people and process as per the new format, the first two domains of business environment and people currently have very limited content available in the community or with the registered education providers as compared to the third domain, which is the process domain. Couple this with the focus on agile and hybrid techniques, the PMP exam will not be an easy nut to crack. So before we close today's video, my final recommendations to tackle the new format of the PMP exam. You see, the intent of this video is not to intimidate you with the updates about the new format of the PMP, but to help you succeed even with these pattern changes. In the end, you are a project manager, right? And you should be able to master change management. The PMP revising its exam pattern is a change, and I'm sure with the right guidance and mentorship, you will be able to overcome it. So let's see how we can tackle the new format and its changes with the right preparation strategy. So my first tip, try your best to write the exam before 1st of July. So as I discussed earlier, there is a lot of content, lot of material available by very good registered education providers to help you prepare for the exam and pass it even before 30th of June. So give your best and try to write the exam before 1st of July. My second tip, study agile, hybrid and predictive project management theory very thoroughly. As we discussed, 50% of the questions will be based on agile and hybrid, and the rest of the 50% will be based on predictive project management techniques. So you should master these concepts very thoroughly. My third tip, PMBOK edition 6 and the textbooks of Rita and PMP Head First still hold sacrosanct because the theory in its essence is not changing. Even if the PMP exam pattern is changing, it will still be based on PMBOK edition 6, and the textbooks of Rita and PMP Head First are written with the PMBOK edition 6 in mind, and that is why these textbooks still hold sacrosanct. My fourth tip, servant leadership gets priority in the new format. So think like a people's manager rather than a systems manager. You should always put your team before you, and you should always try to see that if your team succeeds, you succeed as a project manager. So think on those lines and focus more on the people aspect of project management rather than the systems aspect of project management. Okay, so my fifth recommendation to you. You may choose to book the pilot exam within the window of 9th to 20th of March, okay? But keep all the pros and cons in mind as we discussed, and use your best judgment to decide what works for you. Lastly, keep an eye on this channel, guys. In the coming months, I will be uploading a lot of updated and relevant content about the new PMP exam topics, which I am sure will be of high value to your preparation. So do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get timely notifications. Hope you liked today's video. Let me know in the comment section below which topic of the new format of the PMP exam you find most difficult, and I'll try to make a video on that as well. Don't forget to check the links in the description because I will include a lot of important links on the new format of the PMP exam there. Also, I recommend you to watch this video in my channel which talks about my 5 key strategies to tackle the current format of the PMP exam. it will be a very good idea to try your best and write the PMP exam before 30th of June, and this video will be very helpful for you. So I'll see you again in that video. Bye bye.